Good morning, guys. This morning I'm taking Krissy to the vet. You can see right here, her heart is beating weird. And I don't know why. It's like her whole face is moving when her heart beats. It does not look like this is right. Dropped her off. The doctor called me immediately. What they originally told me was that it was going to be like a 1 hour wait because I guess there's another dog in there in critical condition. I don't know what happened. They said that Krissy is in anaphylactic shock, if that's how you even pronounce it, from seasonal reaction. And I just went on ahead, just for the safety and concern for Krissy, I just got the comprehensive blood work. So she says she's fine, and I'm just going to take her home and observe her and make sure. So I am just sitting here. I was thinking about going to get breakfast, but I rattled myself up so much because I was like really scared that I just don't have an appetite at this point. I was like completely thinking the worst, and I'm just really worked up because if anything ever happened to her, I think the scary thing like in times like this is you start wondering like about the worst, you know, or when it comes down to this, like, oh my gosh. I just want to shout out our good friend Maximilian as well. Max passed this morning, one of Krissy's great beloved friends. Max and Krissy were friends for 4 years, and unfortunately Max suffered with seizures and he did not survive this one. So okay, Mama? Okay, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. What is happening today? Is she listening to Backstreet Boys? Oh my god. Whatever. So just to catch you guys up really, really briefly, I had to see a different doctor that night. That doctor diagnosed Krissy with allium toxicity. For those of you who do not know, you cannot give your dogs onion nor garlic. He asked me if I had allowed Krissy to ingest any table foods with any seasoning, and that's how he came up with the diagnosis. Well, he was wrong. Another physician studied Krissy's case the following day and said that this could possibly be a form of distemper. And even though a dog is vaccinated against distemper, they can still have what's called encephalitis, or they can have contract distemper just by coming in contact with it. So he tells me to go to a neurologist to get an MRI, a brain scan, and a spinal tap to find out. That is the only way they can find out if it is encephalitis. Tuesday, election day, November 3rd. The last time I recorded was Sunday when we did like the whole run around, and we got two wrong diagnoses, one saying that Krissy was under some anaphylactic shock for allergy, and then the second one was allium toxicity from like onion and garlic powder. Both they say are wrong. So later they came back and said that they would have to do an MRI of her brain and her neck to figure out what the twitching is. Krissy has been put under anesthesia and she is currently receiving her MRI, and we are here now. It's been a very hard 48 hours. She was acting normal. Normal walks, eating tremendously, begging for food, drinking her water. However, every time she lays down, it's this all the time. I'm doing the best thing I can do for her. It's hard, and I'm just waiting for her doctor to call me to let me know what's wrong with her. So I'll keep you guys posted. Meantime, I've been here since 9:15, and it's currently going on 1 p.m. So I'm going to see about using the restroom because I have not had any water, and it's COVID and we can't go inside. So I will let you guys know. To you guys about what's happening with Krissy. There she is. So we went to the MRI neurologist basically that lets them know everything full scope with the spine, the brain, if there's anything like encephalitis, anything dealing with distemper, anything like that. So first the MRI came back negative, normal. I had to wait for the spinal test to come back, which came back last night, negative, normal. After the neurology appointment, they put her on 4 different prescriptions, which were like antibiotics, anti-inflammatory, and one for pain. I was like, okay, we'll go home, we'll wait it out like 48 hours and see if it, persists or if it gets better, and then we'll wait for the result from the spinal tap test. So last night, the spinal tap test came back negative, normal, and her doctor called me and said, okay, well, this is probably something called thumbs, which is usually seen in horses, and it's dealing with the diaphragm. And prior to that, the neurologist had her nurse or like medical tech call me and then say something like, oh, well, it's probably tremors and shaking. We'll have to start an anticonvulsant plan. And I'm like, that's hard on an animal in their body. No way. This doesn't even look like tremors, as you guys see from the video. So I'm irate. I have not slept. I've just been monitoring her and trying to make sure she's comfortable. But all week long, I haven't been eating or sleeping because we don't know what this is, and I'm scared. Just literally scared. So I'm like, I don't want to deal with any of the hospitals we've been to anymore. Like, their treatment plan does not sound right. You can tell when someone's assuming, and that's exactly what they were doing. They were assuming. And so and going forward, I was like, okay, we're just gonna we're back to square 8 basically. I get a call. First of all, we wake up at 9:30 this morning, feed her because her medication schedule is at 7:30, every 12 hours at 7:30. I get a call at 9:30 from her cardiologist that I inquired with, and I was kind of elated to hear from him. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Today, Joe Biden was elected president, and somebody is just like, I get a call from the cardiologist that I inquired with, and he's like, Georgia, I don't know, for whatever reason, they like to price gouge, and they like to, act like they don't know what's going on so that they can milk you for money. He says, I'm a traveling cardiologist, and I've noticed this. This is the one thing about Georgia. And I'm like, what? So he tells me to go to UGA, and I'm like, are those students? Like, I don't want students working on my dog. And he's like, no, they have doctors, but take her there. I believe this is the phrenic nerve, which is inside the diaphragm, and it's a form of thumbs, which is seen in horses, but could, be relatable to dogs. Currently, we are on our way to UGA. I need to get her seen, and I need to figure out what this is. Oh, okay. See her nice, beautiful face. Look, red. Oops, I just turned the lights off.
Okay, let me stick with
red lips.
Right here.
So rested, and then you look over here, sleep deprived, worried, been crying her eyes out. Gorgeous, rested, pretty, fed. No worries, no man drama, no child drama. No drama.
No drama.
The University of Kansas.
So as I was using the restroom, I get a phone call. The doctor's like, oh, well, Krissy's ready. So we finally picked her up, and then we cruised through Athens to go and see UGA. We had never been to Athens before, so we definitely wanted to take a look at UGA. Absolutely beautiful. Turns out Krissy has a tremendous muscle spasm issue going on, and she will need to go on a strict bed rest, which consists of no walking, playing with other dogs, running, jumping, climbing, no stairs, nothing. They went on ahead and gave us all the medications. They gave her the medication in time. And I did have some relief in knowing that, it wasn't anything that I thought it was. So we got home, and here's a couple of pictures, and we started the medicinals immediately.
He's like, well, FaceTime me. I was like, boy, you crazy.
Hello guys, we are chilling in the car. It is officially 1 week later, and things are improving, but then they're not improving. So the twitch is still happening in her neck, but she's on muscle relaxers and pain relievers, so you can't really see it because it's relaxed now. But when the muscle relaxers, like in the morning when we wake up, the muscle relaxers are like so strong that when they're in her system it stops, but then when we wake up in the morning it starts back. I'm eating some chips and she wants some. But yeah, that's where we are in this process now, and I don't know what we're gonna do because it hasn't stopped. So it's Saturday, and this is our life. This is our life. I haven't been giving her any table food or anything. I've even taken away her dog food and like supplemented it with like real fresh pureed food, which is fairly expensive, but I was trying to see if maybe it was something in her dog food that caused this. I was just like, going through each and everything, like no more doggy bones, no more cookies, no more treats, no more table food. Like, let's see if we can just detox you and fix this once and for all. That still hasn't worked. Well, we're just driving around. We're at the gas station, just sitting here. Nothing else to do. So we are on 3 weeks of strict rest per the last physician that we saw the day with Jalon. We went to Athens, and then after that on December 5th she's going to start animal rehabilitation and fitness therapy, which is physical therapy for her neck, to see if that also helps. But she's not supposed to be moving around, no long walks, no jumping, running, playing with other dogs. So she's basically on strict rest. I take her out for these rides just so that we can get a change of scenery and get out the house. Again, we have nothing to do. Like today, we are just sitting here. So I'm going to go get some Thai dinner. I'm going to go home, work out, and see if I can finish this vlog so you guys can see Krissy. Bear over here is knocked out sleep, and it's been about 2 weeks. Yesterday was her last day in the prednisone, so I'm just hoping that this situation, I'm praying that it's gone. We've literally just been resting, chilling day after day, and we are so bored. Like, she's on strict rest, so if I go anywhere, I have to have her stroller, you know, which you guys got to see. I have her travel bag if I need to just go in the grocery store real briefly, but she's not to do anything that involves jumping, and she's to be resting, so this is life. So yeah, currently right now it is it's 2:30 a.m. in the morning, and coronavirus is getting like 10 times worse as we thought and knew it would. So we're not really moving around. Like, we don't do anything. If anything, we just go on the stupid drives, and then we like watch movies. This is life. I'm just like, I'm so bored and I hate this, but I mean, as long as she's resting and she's all right. So. And it's like, well, you could be so grateful for all the many blessings and the things that you have. I can't fathom all the many people like that are alone and isolated. And sometimes it's just like, it like tonight, I need to go to sleep because I'm like getting like, it drives you crazy, man. I will keep you guys posted on Krissy. I absolutely most certainly will let you guys know how she's doing. For those of you who have not subscribed to the vlog, please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the dislike button, and don't forget to comment below. I appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you in my next vlog.